Hey everybody, my name is Jenny and I am former MAGA. I'm 51 years old. I've only been out of MAGA for 2 years. So I spent the first 49 years of my life in the alt-right, Christian nationalist, white supremacist, prepping community, eventually becoming a Mormon trad wife. And now I've had a very significant change to my life, my ideology, and my politics. A couple months ago, I decided I wanted to write a breakup letter with Donald Trump right after the inauguration. I did actually email this to the White House and print up a paper copy, put a stamp on it, and mail it to President Trump. Has not responded to it, but I just want to read my breaking up with Donald Trump / MAGA letter for you. I sort of wrote this in the tone of like a middle school girl because they're the queens of breakups, right? Hey, Donald, I know you're busy burning food for Gaza and spray tanning, but I needed to sit you down for a minute and talk about us. This isn't easy. We've been together for a while. I stood by you when everyone said you were unhinged. I defended you at Thanksgiving dinners with my Mitt Romney and Joe DeSantis friends and family. I wore the damn hat. I waved the flag. I thought we were building something real. But the truth is, I was in love with a version of you that never actually existed. So yeah, I'm breaking up with you. I left MAGA, and here's why. Number one, you love bombed me, then discarded me, and it feels like I'm going to get whiplash. In the beginning, you swept me off my feet. You told me you drained the swamp. You said you'd protect the little guy. You promised to bring jobs back and make America great again. You talked tough, and I thought that meant strength. But it was all a show, wasn't it? Turns out you didn't drain the swamp. You are the swamp. You didn't protect the little guy. You handcuffed him in the middle of his kindergarten graduation while giving tax breaks to billionaires. And all that greatness, it was smoke and mirrors, staged for the cameras. I thought you loved America, but really you just love attention. You did all of this so that you could stand on the balcony of the White House with jets flying overhead wearing that dumb red tie and misshapen suit so you could post some good selfies to your ex feed. Number two, I lost myself in you. Do you know what it's like to wake up and realize you don't recognize yourself anymore? I used to sort of care about character, about kindness, about truth. But somewhere along the way, after George W. left office, right after Obama, I started justifying your cruelty, your lies, your constant chaos. You made me believe that empathy was weakness, that science was fake, that journalists were the enemy, that compassion was woke, that we needed to fight, fight, fight. You taught me to mock rather than listen, to hate rather than understand, and while clutching your pearls and waving your goddamn Bible. Babe, that's not who I want to be anymore. I gave you years of my life, Donald, and now I honestly just want them back. Number three, you cheated on me and everyone else in America. And let's talk about the cheating. Because you didn't just betray me, you cheated on all of us. You were out here flirting with dictators and billionaires like you were trying to start some twisted bromance bachelor show. You had Elon Musk whispering libertarian sweet nothings in your ear while he turned Twitter into a dumpster fire and spread conspiracy theories like confetti. You swooned over Vladimir Putin like he was your toxic soulmate, excusing war crimes while you called the free press the enemy of the people. Are you fucking kidding me? And then there's Jeffrey Epstein. Yeah, Donald, I saw the photos, the parties, the videos, the I wish her well comment about Ghislaine. You cheated on the American people by aligning yourself with predators. And no matter how many times you deny it, we remember and we don't believe you. You weren't loyal to me, Donald, and you sure as hell weren't loyal to America. So you can't be surprised that I'm going to be swiping left permanently. You didn't just betray your vows to the Constitution. You betrayed decency, humanity, us. Want to know the day I knew we were done? Maybe it was the day you told the Proud Boys to stand back and stand by, or when you tried to overturn an election like a toddler, refusing to accept bedtime, or maybe it was the insurrection. The moment you sent a mob to the Capitol and then sat back watching it unfold like it was a reality TV episode. You crossed a line. You didn't just hurt me, you hurt democracy. And you never even said sorry. You doubled down, gaslit the entire country. You looked us in the eye and said, I take no responsibility. That was it for me. I'm not the same girl anymore. And I'm realizing that now. Maybe it's not you. Maybe it's just me. I've changed, Donald. I'm not the same woman who once screamed, build a wall, or thought Fox News was gospel. I've read books now, burned my Bible and the red hat. I've listened to PBS. I've had hard conversations with people I love, and I've realized loving America doesn't mean blindly following an asshole just because I said I would. It means fighting for liberty and justice for all, not just for people who look or think like me. It means loving our Constitution more than your ego. It means moving forward, not trying to rewind to some 1950s fantasy that was only ever good for rich white men. I won't spend my life screaming into the void anymore. I'm choosing hope over fear, unity over division, facts over Facebook memes. You gave me a red hat, but I'm trading it in for a better future. One where my kids don't have to grow up afraid of climate collapse, book bans, or fascism in a baseball cap. So thank you, Donald. Thank you for showing me exactly what I don't want in a leader or a relationship or anything. We had our moment, but that moment is over. I'm done. See ya, Jenny. Writing this letter was one of the most therapeutic things that I've ever done in my life. It felt so good. I left the Mormon church in 2018. I broke up with Jesus 2 years ago in 2023. Lost the ex-husband of 24 years in 2019. And didn't think that I had to rethink my politics. Like, yeah, I'm now an atheist, feminist, divorced, all this stuff. But like Donald Trump is still my guy. MAGA is still, that's the pathway forward to making America great again, right? They've coined it. They own that. And it was as the election was coming up, like as some of the pre-campaign stuff was happening, and I started to hear the MAGA dialogue and watch Fox News and listen to Trump and see him on screen with these new eyes, as the woke liberal feminist that I am, that I realized it was over. It was over. I couldn't go back. And that was one of the hard transitions that I've ever made. I didn't realize that my politics had become a cult, that identifying as part of this group was the last little shred of hatred and division and judgment of other people's that I still had inside of me. So it was a big transition on election day. This past go around, I went to the polls and I voted for Kamala Harris. And I've been going to Democratic town halls and talking about politics. And I'm now volunteering on a campaign and helping support Chris Volpe of Ohio, who is a Democratic senator running to fill the seat vacated by J.D. Vance himself. I feel a little bit like a Benedict Arnold doing that, but I have to tell you, it feels so congruous in ways that my politics never did before. I don't have to overlook any garbage, any crud, any skeletons in Chris Volpe's closet or Kamala Harris's closet or Gavin Newsom's closet. These are just decent people who want to make America great for everybody, not just the rich Christian white people.